Face is here.
Yay! Good clapping, Macy.
Look out there in the audience. It's my Scream people. The most loyal, loving people. The Scream people. You know who you are.
Bunch of busters.
Which pretty much everybody, because you all voted for Scream on your list at some point.
Yes.
There is something that's been bothering me for about a year on this show that I want to point out. I keep like re-leveling the camera to get the couch level, and it's the couch. The couch is not
fucking
level.
not level.
The couch
dude.
is like 3 inches higher on Sandra's side than it is on Neil's.
What is happening?
And I'm just realizing that I'm not the crazy one. The couch is the crazy one.
Can people please send us money? We need a new couch. Is TLDR.
Send us money for a couple shims so we can lift the couch up a little.
New couch. We're gonna need a new.
Please, we need our shims.
A Lego or two would work.
We need a shim for here.
I am smiling because I don't know what a shim is. That's why I'm like, let's just get a new couch. You're a shim. You're a shim and a sham.
It's that part of your leg right here, the shim.
The shim. Yeah. I'm gonna kick you in your shim later. As soon as I'm done here. Hi, friends. Welcome. Let's toast to this evening to fellowship.
Let's toast to shims.
Let's toast to shims. And sadly, it is the end of the larger spooky season. It's always spooky season for us.
It is,
in our hearts. But it's sad when it's not everywhere.
Indeed.
It's sad. So
Indeed.
rip.
So.
Rest in power.
Popping the popcorn has popped on by.
Ooh.
How sweet.
So, even though the Halloween officially has passed, right?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
What we do have to look forward to, and what I am happy about, as you guys know, the time change has occurred.
Yes.
We have set back.
We don't know what we're doing.
And driving here this evening, it was a glorious 5 o'clock, and the sun was getting low, and there was some orange and darkness and everything. I'm like, this is it. This is perfect.
This was Neil and I. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Right.
You're either like us, where you love it, and you're like, give me the darkness, or you're like producer Scott. We're not happy.
Yeah.
You're not happy.
He's not at all happy with this.
What do you like, Caleb? Do you like this?
This is great. It's getting cold.
Yeah, we like cold.
It's like I was telling Neil the other day, like I woke up in bed and it was like I had the window open and the fan going, and it was like just
a
freezing cold in my room,
yes.
but my bed was like just nice and warm, and getting up sucked, but I like sleeping like that, where it's cold outside but it's warm.
The worst is when it's like that and you have to, like, in the middle, you have to pee, and maybe you guys don't have this problem, but
no,
I do.
I have that problem.
Go on.
And you get out and it's cold, and you like run, and you should be like, hurry up!
On your little tippy toes.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling myself to hurry! You know, you run back in bed. So.
Yeah. Yes. And I have like fake wood floors, so those are like super cold too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't bother to put my Crocs on.
Yes.
Who's got time for shoes?
No, exactly.
Yes, Mark, sweater weather, bisexual anthem of our times. So
what are you up to these days?
I'm still in my era of there's too many TV shows, and it actually was getting to a stressful point where producer Scott and I said, okay, enough. We're going to watch one show and like finish it. And then if we are caught up, we may start another show.
Yeah.
So it's just too much good content out there. So that's where we are. We're like caught up on American Horror Story. We're watching House of Usher from that, and we're just gonna go like that because it's too much. It's too much on my little lizard brain.
Yeah.
And then I've been kind of stressed, so I've just been watching a lot of like videos on YouTube about cults.
Oh, okay.
Because that's something I like, and that's nice and soothing. And I saw Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, and what'd you think?
Producer Scott and I went with some friends. I thought it was charming.
Okay.
I thought it was charming. Charming little film. Of course, I love Matthew Lillard in it. He was absolutely my favorite part, but I liked the little animatronic creatures. I thought they were, like, fucking adorable. And, like, as somebody who knows barely anything about the lore and the whole mythos of Five Nights at Freddy's, I still was like, you know what? This was a darn good time. And I was charmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I know you all hated it. And producer Scott loved it, too. Yeah.
I walked out of that movie saying Sandra and Scott are going to love this film. That's exactly what I thought. So I'm glad at least I can call that one, Caleb.
Yeah.
You want to be charmed, not jaded like you old toads.
That's right. We're coming to that realization.
I think so. Yeah.
That Caleb and I know that we no
you
longer.
You guys need a reset.
Well, we just don't hold the pulse of.
Yeah.
Now
we don't know.
But you know what? There's people older than you that do. So it's not a good excuse. I think you all just need a reset. I don't know. You need like a near-death experience or something. like, awesome. I'm back in the game.
That could be arranged.
Yeah. Oh my God. We should stage one producer, Scott, that they think is real, but it's really not. And they're not in any danger, but it just is like, it's a wonderful life on them.
The elevator down to the basement might be a good way.
That's a good way to get in.
That's funny. All right. Caleb.
Let's see. I finished Loki season 2. It was fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I think I'm getting burned out. I gotta admit.
Finally.
I know.
You mean on Marvel stuff or?
It only took 31 movies and
1,000 spin-offs and.
I don't
TV
think I
shows,
could get burned out on Marvel. I'm not sure that I can.
No, and it's not that it's bad. I just kind of like, all right, cool. Let's see how this ties into the next movie or whatever. But let's see. I went to the cult film series last week,
finally,
which is being curated by our friends at Forever Midnight.
Yeah.
I watched Vamp with Grace Jones.
Yeah.
That was a lot campier than I thought it was. Okay. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but it's a very, very campy.
Grace Jones is
movie.
By far the best part of that movie and an absolute icon. Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
But did you?
I just unplugged it.
Did you like it though? Did you like the movie or no?
Yeah, I enjoy. You know what it was? Audience. I was with a crowd of people that were, all having a good time.
It's funny how Caleb never goes, except for when, like, we can't make it.
You can't go?
Yeah.
But I checked with you.
Funny story.
I said, hey, are you going this time? Mm-hmm. I did reach out. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that you couldn't make it. Mm-hmm. I watched an animated show on Netflix called Blue Eye Samurai.
How was that?
Very R-rated.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty hardcore. Lots of like blood and carnage and heads and limbs being ripped off and
sounds fun.
Good.
Sexy time and nudity and so.
Okay.
It's about a person, a half Japanese, half white person, and I forget what the 1700s or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Who's a samurai going through Japan trying to
do samurai things,
right or wrong.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
My toes just popped.
You okay?
Yeah. No, it felt nice. The toes needed to pop.
How are your shims? Your shims okay?
I know. I heard it from here. That's why I'm like, you all right?
I think the shim may be detached.
No, that's not good.
Does your toe need a reset?
No, toes are good. Thanks for asking.
Anyway, Blue Eye Samurai. It was fun.
Okay. No. All right. Our flag means death.
I can't talk about it.
I know, but I'm still so I am in the same boat as you, where I've got all these things, and I'm trying to get through them. This is hard because my family doesn't watch the same shows that I do. Although Jen has been watching Usher with me. Of course, we're only like 2 or 3 episodes in, but at this point, but Our Flag Means Death. I'm not going to say anything obviously to give it away. However, I think it is better than the first season. Like
wow.
Yeah, like it's so good.
Okay.
Just keeps getting better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just need someone to share that password with me.
That's right. I'll
let you know
how it goes. Okay. So you know who shows up though in one of these episodes?
Okay. Who?
Bronson Pinchot.
Why am I not surprised?
No way.
Bronson Pinchot.
I'm not surprised.
And you know what?
Bartakamos?
Yes, Mark Balky showed up.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm so happy I'm going to do the Dance of Joy.
That's right. I gotta say, I haven't seen him in a while. He has aged very well.
I'm not surprised that he's on that show. For some reason, it just makes perfect sense. It's like, of course he is.
Wasn't he on some reality home flipping show?
I'm sure.
I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
I'm sure.
All I do know is I saw him and I was like, that's cool. Like, dang, Balky, you're looking really good. Good for you. So, anyway.
Mediterranean.
It's got to be it.
It's from the...
What was he, Mykonos? Or?
Mykonos.
Mykonos. It's something like that.
Or was that the yogurt?
One or the other.
Mypos.
Is that it? Yeah. Mypos. I don't know. Die. Anyway. Tall yes. On the wings of our dreams. Okay, so we all love Perfect Strangers. That's what it's called, right? Yes. Perfect Strangers. Yes. Okay. Cousin Larry. And then also, no one told me I did not get the memo that Creepshow Season 4 had started.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I think
sent that out. Yeah. So, I typed up the email and I forgot to hit send.
Well, it's the problem. I don't even work by fax. You know that? So you gotta...
We are of an age.
First, we have to find a fax machine. Step one.
Anyway.
I'll beep you next time.
Thank you.
Call me.
Beep that over. The 911.
Beep, beep, beep.
Anyway, so I've watched the first episode of Creepshow. But like you, I'm like, I have to get through something. I have to finish something. I have
to have some sort of sense of completion in my life.
Do you like the horror story this season?
It's very controversial. I'm
having issue with it, I'll be honest.
You're not the only one.
Okay. So yeah. I'm kind of starting to get tired of the whole gaslighting thing. Like, it's just going on and on.
Well, gosh, I think it's a little trickier having read the source material on this one because it's like, I mean, everybody probably has their feelings and their ideas about like where it's going, but it's like when I know where it's going.
You know where it's going.
So it's kind of like, it's a little bit different. Of course, he's got a lot of different interpretation and stuff like that going on, but it's, so I think maybe me and people who've read the book have like a little bit something else invested in it.
Okay.
Really think Kim K should just stick to the lines where she's outraged. Or like that's kind of where she sings, where she soars. No offense.
But
yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of gets a little. Especially gets boring, kind of thing. Where I'm like, I keep finding myself not picking it to watch it, even though I want to get through it, because I'm like,
yeah, because you gotta.
Well, Emma Roberts is gonna see something, or she's not gonna see something. I don't know, but I don't know. Keep doing it over and over.
And I've got the American Horror Stories looking at me over here. Like,
yeah, but I can't even start
Sandra.
that.
Don't you want to watch me?
Hey, over here.
Don't you want to go to Candy Mountain, Sandra?
Exactly, Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Sorry, I break that up because you brought that up in your most recent Genre Junkies episode. So
I love, if you haven't watched Charlie the Unicorn in a while, it still slaps.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Okay,
MySpace, baby.
It's so old now, yeah.
Wow. Mark, I kind of agree that this series is a Creepshow it's not fantastic. However, last season there were a couple actually episodes that were really, really good.
Okay.
Best that they've had so far. But and then finally, you know what I have gotten into, which has been taking some of my time.
What?
I'll be honest.
What?
Reruns of Moonlighting.
I saw that they put those up on Hulu. Right? Yeah. I
kind of stumbled across and I'm like, what? Moonlighting? And I would come back to it like the next day. Wait, moonlighting?
Moonlighting?
Are you moonlighting me?
Yes.
I didn't know what that was. You told me on this very couch many years ago.
So I've actually started watching it. So it's been kind of fun, actually. I mean, like, if I know I don't have time, my family will not allow me to watch.
Or you're feeling brain dead or something.
Or even that, yes. Then I'm like, you know what, moonlighting time.
Moonlight.
So, and it's great. It's fun to relive Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd when they were young and arguing with each other all the time, bickering. It's good times. That's right. Minus the young.
Minus the young.
It's perfect.
Minus the young.
Anyway, that's all I got, people. That's all.
Okay.
I will throw it over to, I guess...
The bumper?
The bumper, yeah.
Bumper! You're on.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. The year was 2014. The movie, The Voices. Directed by Marjane. I'm so sorry. I didn't look up pronunciation on this. Marjane Satrapi, and written by Michael R. Perry. A mentally unwell factory worker, played by Ryan Reynolds, must decide whether to listen to his talking cat and become a killer, or follow his dog's advice to keep striving for normalcy. This was a Caleb pick.
Obviously. Would you like me to lead in with that?
I'm reminding the people at home that who picked the film. There's nothing. If you're reading something into it, that's on you. I'm just reminding everybody who picked the film.
All right. Sorry. In the past, that's usually like a negative thing.
No, I will say something like Caleb is responsible for this fucking thing.
Okay. Yeah. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little defensive.
It's okay.
Clearly.
Own it. Take it.
Yeah.
So, who goes first? We're looking at Caleb?
Yeah. Gladly. So yeah, like we said, this is another me pick where I have chosen something that has been packaged as a comedy, but it very much is not. This is a very kind of sad, movie about a young man that has got some issues, has had some childhood trauma in his past, and is trying to find a way to deal with it. So I'm not really watching this as a comedy and kind of like laughing, ha ha ha, but overall I liked this movie. I thought it was very well done.
Okay.
Oh, hi Zeno.
Zeno.
You go, I go.
Zeno.
I'm wearing your shirt.
We're both wearing your shirt.
Oh, we both do. I got your dog.
I have a piece of Zeno art upon my wall. You go, I go. You go, I go.
I go. You go. I go.
You go.
I'll go. How's that? That we'll save yours.
Where'd you go?
We could do this all night long.
And it's fun for us. You go.
That way we don't have to talk about the movie.
We sound like minions.
Babble. I had actually seen this before.
You had?
A few years ago, yeah. I watched it.
You're like, oh, this movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Caleb had mentioned, I'm like, isn't that the one where he kills people? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this one. But I couldn't remember a fucking thing about it. So it's a thing.
Not the best sign.
Right. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the film in general. I mean, I liked watching it again. Like Caleb said, it was sad, and it had moments of dark humor.
Yeah.
Gallows humor, I guess you would say. But I don't think I need to watch it a third time necessarily.
Since you forgot the second.
Right, but 3 years from now, I'll forget that I watched it again and see what happens.
Yeah. We'll pick it again, and you'll say, "Oh, I think I've seen that film."
Right.
Yeah.
But I agree.
You're
with
like, oh, that one again.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's ultimately a sad film for sure. Yeah, I think ultimately, but that's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. I think I'm kind of similar, more on this side of the aisle than this side of the aisle. I liked it. I was hoping I'd love it. Wasn't a love fest. There was some things that I don't think quite made it all completely adhere. There was an adherence issue. There's adherence and a clearance issue. I think one of the big things for me is that I would have liked this movie more if it wasn't full of Hollywood stars. Like all the three leads are very known and recognizable people. And for a story such as this, and they're all great actors, I don't know, it just felt kind of like, I just felt kind of off.
It took you out of it, probably, knowing who they were.
Yeah, and kind of like, I don't know. That doesn't always happen to me. I know that happens to a lot of people, but that doesn't always happen to me. But I had that one. And then it was kind of weird because it was funny, but I feel like, is it supposed to be funnier right now when I'm just not laughing? Like, kind of like maybe I missed some of the humor beats a little. And then there would be a really funny part, like, the cat's making a sex joke. And then the next scene is a child being beaten. And it was like, wow, this feels weird. And I know that that's like kind of the whole point of the movie, is that like kind of jarring jump. But it kind of like had me in my thoughts a little bit. And I was like, is this why they don't make a lot of movies like this because it kind of
I can see
makes you feel strange because you're like, it's like I can't keep up with my emotional regulation.
This went straight to like video on demand or whatever, pay-per-view or whatever it was. So I mean, they buried it. They realized quickly, like, this is not an easy sell. This is not something that the masses are going to want to go to.
And especially when you have a Ryan Reynolds in it, who's so iconic for his type
in 2014,
roles.
He wasn't quite Ryan Reynolds. I mean, he was there,
he
but
has
he wasn't
been like a comedy guy.
Well, absolutely, but he wasn't like Deadpool Ryan Reynolds. He wasn't Aviation Gen Ryan Reynolds.
When was this actually filmed? Because he looks to me a lot younger.
I think
than 2014.
I think they kind of made him look a little younger.
You think so? And also, this was filmed, I'm assuming, in Germany or something, because it clearly was a German production. Like when you look at all the credits.
Well, they're supposed to be in Michigan.
No,
yeah, they're not. I don't think. Or if they are, if they are, but everyone in the credits is German.
Yeah, so maybe it was
and I did look, and it said at the end,
like, thanks Germany.
Did I write it down or no?
Oh, okay.
I didn't write it down, but I had a German like a city or town or something at the bottom of it, or the company was like it was very German.
Okay.
I think even a German flag comes up at one point. It scrolls, scrolls through with the credit or something.
What I had read was that it debuted at like Sundance or something like that, and then Lionsgate bought it there. So I mean, who knows when it was filmed? You're
true.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, that's true. And what's her name?
Anna
Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick and Gemma. I've never Atherton. I've never heard her name said out loud. So I'm like.
Yeah, I know. She's got a face I recognize, and I know she's Gemma, but it stops there.
Oh, see, that for me was like, again, the three of them were like so recognizable.
Is she the
English one?
The English one, okay.
Fiona.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I didn't know, so I still probably don't know who that is. I've heard the name, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Keep doing you, Gemma.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Absolutely.
So it started out, and I'm like, oh, I love the pink jumpsuits. And then I realized, I'm like, they're not really pink, are they? They're probably not really pink, those jumpsuits.
You think it's just all in his head?
He just sees it as pink. Same thing with the forklifts and stuff. I was like, oh my God, I love this company. It's like so pink, and that's fun.
I was thinking I would love to have a Cult Show pink jumpsuit.
Like yes! Can we... Producer Scott?
I'm on it!
Thank you. I will wear it every episode.
Like Cult Show on the back and our name on front embroidered on the front.
It has to breathe, though. Make sure it can breathe.
A breathable fabric.
Breathable pink jumpsuit.
We'll just have to poke holes in it. Then it'll breathe.
Like mesh in the armpits or something.
Yeah. So he works at like a bathtub company. He's there. He's kind of like going through like a social work sort of courts system to be working there. So we kind of like, we know that he has some kind of struggles kind of starting out in the movie. He comes across as very sweet and naive. And Lisa up in accounting is also very sweet and naive. And the Fionas of the world are kind of like laughing at them, not quite with them. Mr. Whiskers could be kinder. He's a little harsh.
Mr. Whiskers the cat, I think, is 100% cat.
He's no, not at all. He's goddamn precious. He's a precious orange boy.
You see, I feel Mr. Whiskers, in response to Caleb and his hatred of cats, I feel Mr. Whiskers is but a variety of cats, because cats have different, of course,
just
personalities.
Like all people.
Exactly. So Mr. Whiskers, yes, he's a little more upfront, perhaps.
Abrasive.
Yeah, abrasive, yes.
He's abrasive.
With his English accent.
Scottish
accent, excuse me.
Get it right.
It's all part of the United Kingdom.
Cats have personalities.
We mash them all together.
Sure, go back over there and tell
Ryan
them
Reynolds
that.
has personalities.
I will. But my point, like if Jake the cat could talk, I don't think Jake would be like that.
Jake would never.
Whereas like all dogs pretty much sound like Bosco. Really.
Oh, that's a good boy.
Exactly.
Who's a good boy?
So
lovely animals. They're both very cute.
They are cute, and it's a funny. I like the relationship between them, the dog and the cat, and how they relate to each other.
Yeah. So the movie's just kind of going along, and you're kind of like picking up, okay, what we're doing here, and things really get cooking around the deer scene. I would say.
We learn though that
yes, we learn a lot of things.
Jerry, who is Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yes,
he's got a thing for Fiona.
Yes,
right.
Who is the actress that I didn't know? Gemma.
Yeah.
But he finally gets to go on a date. Doesn't happen. She doesn't show up, but then he runs into her in the rain or something.
Well, yeah, because she's trying to get into her car, and then her car's like not starting out in front of their work.
He happens to be driving by, sadly.
Yeah, because he went to
and then suddenly it stops raining. Did you notice that though?
Yeah.
It's like pouring down rain, and then he meets her, and it stops raining, and they decide to go to a burger joint, a late night burger joint.
So she's kind of like, clearly she had no intention of really going to this Chinese place. She was kind of like, well, maybe I guess I have nothing better to do.
Right.
Because she just like
she had karaoke to do that night.
Yeah. She's like I wouldn't say she's like a bad person, but she's just very different than him. Like he doesn't see that she's, kind of like a jaded European lady and who likes to go out and party and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not him.
I mean, I think she doesn't have any qualms with using people.
Yes, yes.
She may not be the nicest in that regard.
She likes to have entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She likes to be the queen bee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she pretty much orders Lisa and the other one around.
Right.
Yeah, all of accounting belonged to her.
Yes.
Yes. In a trap in her lobby with a little note that said, I'm on a fixed income and I can't take care of her.
I think we're live.
Are we live?
I think we're live.
We might be
live. We might be live? We're just going to start talking slowly, maybe?
We don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Looks like
I see us up there talking about something else.
We're live.
So,
wow, cool.
Do we do it?
Cool.
Much like a deer through the windshield, we were frozen in time. So, Fiona is upset.
Nope.
We froze again.
We're okay. We're
It's a fun game. Are we frozen?
What is happening to the stream?
What is happening?
We don't know.
Can we talk? Oh,
they hear us. Hit refresh in case, folks.
Oh, bless you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Spoken like a true Scream fan, always looking out for somebody else.
Mindy's hearing us and repeating that they're driving. Mode.
Cool.
It's good. Mark says it's good.
It's good.
Okay.
So Fiona's upset because he's like talking to the deer, and obviously deer don't like talk like that.
No. Come on. Oh my god! Everything is broken. Okay, we're live. We're still good.
So Fiona takes off because he's also speaking in like non sequiturs.
His deer voice.
Yeah. And it's real scary. So she takes off and he pursues her.
Yeah.
And accidentally stabs her.
He falls upon her with a knife. I hate when that happens. So it was kind of at this point in the movie where I was like, okay, this is definitely going to be darker than I thought, because like there's not a way for this guy who seems very kind of happy and innocent and happy-go-lucky naivete to have a happy ending. Because he's killed the lady now, and she heard him talking to a deer and stuff and all of that. So you're kind of like, oh, okay. So that was like kind of my first kind of weird mental pivot I had to make. Because even though it's kind of so he falls on her when he's he's running after her first. And he's like, wait, come back, whatever, it's okay,
don't be scared.
And then she falls and he falls on her with a knife. You're like, okay, you're still like not, you know what I mean? You're like, okay, he made a mistake, kind of thing.
Oopsie, but you could come back from this. But then he starts going like, I'm sorry, stab.
Right.
I'm sorry, stab.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, stab.
And then he's like, once you start...
Four or five,
Again, thinking this is like the humane thing to do because of her already being stabbed. Which is
I don't know.
The right way.
I don't know. It's
not a healthy mindset. One would instead be like, let's get you help.
Right.
Would be a better course of action. So, and then he's like, okay, let me go home.
Talk to the
animals.
Yeah, let me see what I can do about this.
And the Mr. Whiskers, the cat, is like, you've got to go back and retrieve the body, and you can't go to the police. You can't say that it's an accident. Like, you just...
Well, the dog Bosco is saying, like, go to the police, turn
yeah.
yourself in, tell them it was an accident, it'll be okay. Yeah. And then that's where Mr. Whiskers is like, no, they're not going to believe you. You've got it passed. You know, you gotta go get that body.
Yes. And so part of, like, going to get the body is when we realize that what he sees is a very different reality than, like, what's actually happening. Because, like, for him, you know, she basically looks like Bella in Twilight, just like all nice and glowy, under the trees,
ethereal, sun shining down. Yeah. There's butterflies flying,
but even her wounds
there's no blood,
barely anything,
barely any wound. Little bit, that's it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Mr. Whiskers says to him, upon sending him back out to get the body, "There's no shame in killing." So.
Mr. Whiskers is trying to present, like, this argument that we are what we are, and it's fine. Yeah. He's like, I kill things all the time. I'm Mr. Whiskers. It's different, though, Mr. Whiskers.
From a mouse, maybe, or,
Yeah, than, like, from the nice lady in accounting.
Yep.
Not the same.
So he gets her, brings her back,
and he dismembers her, and puts her in very tidy Tupperware.
Yeah, alternating color. Did you see that?
Colors. I think I even saw an aorta in one of them.
Right.
I saw an aorta.
And very neatly stacked.
And some.
Yeah, all perfectly stacked, nice, and until.
Well, he starts talking to the head. The head says, "Take your meds."
Well, yes, that's true.
Yeah, he can't break up her head. He just can't do it.
Right.
His places that in the fridge for conversation.
For conversation purposes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a smart fridge. It tells you what you need. I need milk, you know, and it'll tell you.
It's just like a smart fridge. And yeah, my note even says, take the meds, listen to the head.
Which he does, finally. Yeah. This is the only time we see him on his medication.
Right.
And that's just fucked up.
It's very upsetting. Yeah. Like, his house is not the pristine, quaint thing we think it is.
No, it's very dirty. It's bloody, obviously.
Yeah, he lives above a defunct bowling alley.
I didn't quite get that because they had all the shoes and everything. Anyway, whatever. But he lives above a bowling alley that nobody goes to.
Yeah.
But his house is fucked up. Like, there's stacks of boxes that are all like saran wrapped together, and
seems to be kind of a hoarding issue, cleanliness issue. And I started to feel really sad for the animals right around.
Well, they show them too because they're kind of lethargic and
they're in not nice places.
There's feces and things everywhere. So
so it's like I was already feeling kind of bad for him, but then I'm like. Because, like, it's not that I ever liked his character, but I had sympathy for him. Right. Like, I had sympathy and I had, like, understanding, sympathy, empathy, all those things for him. But I never liked his character. But, but the poor little animals, it made me, like, really sad. It made me hella sad. And then we start to understand the horrific levels of abuse he went through as a kid.
Yeah. An abusive dad, a mom who had her own
also ill, and
her own issues, and also spoke to animals and angels.
Right, and it's like, oh, it's kind of heavy. So now, like, Fiona, as the disembodied head, would like a friend, and
well, he wakes up and suddenly it's all clean again, and the sun is shining, and the dogs are talking meds. To the meds that he took the night before wore off.
Right.
Yeah. Fiona's bored.
When he opens the fridge and he's getting the cereal, I like how she's sitting there like, how's the cereal, chummy chum? Like being all like cute and British to him or whatever, you know, and cracking, and all these things.
Even wanting a bite of his cereal.
Exactly.
Well, it's almost like she's trying to butter him up because she's going to ask him for something horrific.
So it is a smart fridge. You're out of milk. I need a friend.
Yeah. So of course nobody really wants him to kill Lisa because she, she really likes him. She has like a big crush on him, and she just seems very, again, I can't think of another word but naive, but just kind of like very trusting and open.
Recently divorced and just, wants, I get the sense she really wants to be in a relationship.
Like a happy ending.
And is very forgiving. She ignores some major red flags.
Yeah. She probably does. But I was sad because I was like, oh no, he's gonna kill Lisa. I like Lisa, don't kill Lisa. Then I said in my notes, the flashback with Mom. Jesus Christ.
So that was one of the red flags. She said, they're out at a bar. She says, would you like to come home with me? He says, yes. She says, take me home. He's driving, and he doesn't take her home. He takes her to his childhood home and then just kind of unloads on her this whole...
trauma dumps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And instead of saying like, okay, you need some help, probably not the right thing for you and I to be together, she kisses him and says, let's go home.
Right.
And they bang.
She's lonely and all that sad stuff.
Yeah. But you learn about the entire, it's one thing when you're,
backstory.
We're used to seeing in a movie, I guess, where the child is emotionally, physically traumatized by a parent. That's typically what we see. Right. In this case, it was that. Plus, he had a mother who could not help him in that regard because she was sick. But she told people that she talks to angels and things. Yeah. And so the cops were coming or whoever, to take her away to a facility. Right. And so she didn't want to go back, she said. So she asked her son to kill her. And then he basically cut her throat or whatever. She
starts to do it.
Right.
Herself with like a piece of glass just right there, and
she says, I can't do it, you have to finish it, and then that's the callback to the deer.
So
which is a fairly unfair thing to ask your child to do.
Because he's like what, 8,
maybe 8 or 9,
8 to 10 years old.
Very young.
Yep.
Very young.
Even if my mom asked me now to kill her,
no, exactly. No one should ever be asked.
No one should ever be asked that question.
If you're gonna gauge it based on ages,
right.
It's especially fucked up when you're a child.
Yeah.
So that happens. He doesn't hurt Lisa right away. They have what seems to be a lovely romantic evening together.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have in my notes here, Devil's Advocate.
Very nice. I like it.
So Lisa's not off the hook though, unfortunately, because she decides to show up.
Well, yeah, she gets his address.
Which was kind of,
she's got good intention, and they are kind of cute, She tells him at one point, "Come up to accounting, make something up, and we'll go into a closet and make out or something." I'm like, that's cute,
kind of cute,
yeah, that's adorable.
Maybe keep it to that,
But she wants to bring him a whoopie pie, and I did not know what a whoopie pie was.
It's like a confection.
I had to go look that up. So
yeah.
It's like 2 soft chocolate cookies in between fluffy marshmallows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a treat.
Sorry. I didn't know.
We have to try one of those with a hot
dog. or hot sauce. Ooh, can we do
expired garlic?
If you're lucky.
Expired garlic, perhaps.
Can we do marshmallow infused hot sauce?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna call in sick that day.
Oh no? Okay.
I'm sick that day. So he gets locked out of his apartment. He insists, I'm just gonna go in through the skylight. He obviously does not want her to come into the house.
So he is that aware. He's
well, he knows he's got
because Fiona's on the coffee table.
Yeah.
He'd been out talking. They'd been having a conversation between Bosco, Mr. Whiskers, and Fiona.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good conversation.
When
too.
Lisa,
So this is again, now leading up to this scene, where I'm starting to feel like, and again, I love dark humor, but this movie didn't feel like dark humor to me. It just felt like we're gonna be silly, funny cats and dogs with like kind of like mischievous hee humor, and then also like, but this shit's happening.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, it's just like it felt it's a lot. There's a lot going on for me.
There's a lot going on.
I would rather it was just dark. Like it was just a bleak tale. But anyway, so she is used to breaking into her own home, she says, because she gets locked out all the time.
She gets in pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, she is just like, so does the other guy that comes by later.
Yeah, it's like instantly.
So I don't
Can we go back 1 second, though, to that conversation, though, that the three of them are having before she shows up, where he's talking about, I try to be good, but bad things happen, and I know right from wrong, but I feel like the bad wasn't me. You know, I liked that conversation between them. I mean, it doesn't, he's not off the hook. He's not,
well, of course,
but I just like that they put that in there to just show that,
that's the empathy.
I don't know that he knows what's going on, and so I'm not forgiving him, but
he's very unwell, and he
very much so. Yeah.
The movie also kind of looks at like, are people bad, or do sometimes people do bad things because they're not well, and I that's a old conversation.
Right. Yeah.
But I of course appreciate again these moments of empathy that you feel for him. That it's like, damn, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that like this is what it's like inside your head.
Right.
It's not a nice place to be.
No.
And the reason he doesn't like to take the medication is because it softens everything. So what he told the doctor was that, it smooths the bad stuff over, but it just completely kills any of the good. Now, I don't know how much good this guy has going on in his life, but he seems to think there's some.
Well, I mean, before where we get into his life, I mean, his only friends are his cat and his dog.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So when you take the pills, you don't hear them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So he's lonely too.
Yeah, exactly.
Very lonely.
So I think that's probably a big part of it, and
And it's kind of like he's at a point in his life where it's like he's got a job and they like him there. Like he's telling the therapist at that point, like, they like me and asked me to work on the company picnic, little things like that. That's like, you're kind of like, okay, you're kind of starting to kind of get
getting there. We're
together.
rooting for you, and then it goes to shit very, very quickly.
It turns out, even though life isn't as rosy, pink colored glasses, for lack of a better term, that he would like, the medication is incredibly necessary. And clearly, like, he's missing some things in his life that he needs to get together, like having a decent place to live for him and his animals and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, you can't just, I mean, that's kind of a good message for everybody, right? Like, sometimes you got to face reality and own things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And get your life together and get yourself taken care of.
Yeah. It'd be nice if someone had gone out and checked on him, though.
Yeah.
Because obviously he wasn't taking care of himself.
No.
So.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. He had his ordered doctor visits, but.
Before long, so he's got Lisa. I mean, it's so sad. The whole
that was
scene
horrible.
With her is
I hated
so
that.
goddamn sad, because you're just watching this all fall apart for her and for him, and she's not gonna get out of his house, and it's just.
And I thought this scene was very well acted, because you can pretty much see like just the light go out of her eyes, where she's like, all right, this isn't the fantasy I had built up for myself, I was a little too trusting. Should not have just come over, but and just the way he kills her when he like shoves her against the corner of the bed.
Cuddling. Well, because he kind of knocks into her and she cracks her head. Right.
I'm not sure if it was her neck or her head, but she's incapacitated. She cannot move, and then he like cuddles up next to her, which is
stabs her.
That's horrible.
Well, which again though becomes it's almost like he can justify it that another bad thing happened to him.
Right.
He didn't mean to kill her necessarily, or to throw her down and have her crack her neck head on that thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yet it's another bad thing, so he cuddles up to her. But it's great. I do like how the camera's right there up on her face, and it's just kind of her suffering, basically, knowing that, that's it. And then her eye gets bloodshot, and everything, as she's just sitting there slowly dying, basically.
It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
Telling me she wants to go home now.
Oh, it's so sad.
I think that's what it was. I was like, fuck.
I know, it's like, it made me sad. It's making me sad thinking about it.
And then during the conversation before she shows up, at the same time at Caleb, isn't that where the dog and the cat, like Bosco's telling Whiskers, like, you're a sick, disturbed cat.
I think so.
And Whiskers is like, you earned the right to get hit by a minivan.
Yeah. So, which is very funny.
Yeah. There's the animals are funny sometimes.
All of accounting is now in the fridge.
Yeah, because Allison shows up.
Allison shows up. Yeah, I think it's Allison. And she's like looking for her coworkers. And yeah, so she gets dispatched. She
joins the fridge club.
Right. Yeah. And that's how Fiona and Lisa get a friend.
They get a friend together. And this is when Bosco then finally says, you might have this in your thing, but remember last week when I said there was an invisible line separating good and evil, and I said you were a good boy? I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, Bosco.
Even Bosco.
Bosco's like, dude,
Bosco's like, you know what? You've actually taken it too far.
Yeah.
So he goes to see his therapist, but that doesn't go great for her.
No.
So that ends in a kidnapping.
She gets kidnapped, drug all over Helen Gone. It seems like he's gonna kill her and bury her out in a field, but then not. They end up back at his place.
Yeah.
But at this point, 2 other co-workers from the factory have gone and seen the hell that's his living situation and the bodies and the blood and everything. That's where the other guy breaks in really easily. Oh yeah, and wasn't it? I don't remember if it was before Allison died or not, but they were like Googling him and like seeing.
Yeah, that's where it came up
him.
that he had been institutionalized or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
you know, for killing his mom.
Exactly.
What I didn't understand was what took the police so long to get back there after the 2 coworkers saw it, left, went to go get them.
All I can figure is maybe he lives like way out there or something.
Maybe.
I was like, I know it did seem kind of like timeline doesn't quite match.
I mean, that sheriff was probably out deer hunting, you know, or something. You know what I mean? And
maybe.
It's a small town, so maybe you had to like round people up,
mobilize all the volunteers.
I did think. I mean, of course, like. This is now like it kind of turns into a whole thing with like him leaving the therapist and her getting taken out by the police and into the ambulance. I did appreciate, I thought it was really kind when she said like don't hurt him,
right?
You know, and it's very sad because it is very sad because it's like, oh man, like, you know, again he's just, she knows him, you know, and so she's kind of like he's sick and he's ill, but he doesn't deserve to die. Maybe just like, I can help him. Like it's again, it's this. It just makes you sad.
Yeah,
I was sad.
One little oasis in the sad moment though is I think it's when the therapist sees Fiona's head maybe, and she screams.
Oh, when Fiona screams.
Yeah. Or Fiona screams, the therapist, everyone's screaming, and the cat screams.
Yes.
And the cat's got this very lovely voice.
Oh, it's like very operatic.
Like holds a note.
Yeah. Like,
which again was funny, but again, in the setting, it's like
yes.
It makes me scratch my head that's screaming. But yeah, the note was beautiful. So there's like a gas leak.
He's climbing down from his apartment into the bowling alley.
Yes.
He breaks open a gas line. There's a spark. There's a fire, you know, and Bosco says, you know, you got to stay.
Yeah.
You just,
and
you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Mr. Whiskers is like, get out now. And
right.
Yeah.
Bosco's like,
nope, you stay.
He said, what's he say? What's the line? Stay on your ground. There's nothing left for you.
Right.
Just lay down or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's sad because that's himself telling himself that. So that's sad.
Yeah.
So that's going on, and he kind of obviously he's like passing, and it's actually kind of sweet, but also sad again that Bosco and Mr. Whiskers kind of bury the hatchet.
Yes, they do.
Well, they're like in a white screen or something. I guess. Well, of course. I guess everybody. I don't know. I'm not. You know. Yeah. But yes, they bury the hatchet, and Mr. Whisker says like, I kind of like this alpha you.
So
they part ways. But then the credit song is the thing that now I'm just like, what the fuck?
I was going to ask somebody to explain the credit musical number to me.
Because
I was going to ask if I don't get it.
Mascara Jesus shows up and like with the crown of thorns.
In another movie, it would be very funny.
And they sing the song about sing a happy song, come on, sing along, sing a happy song, and the girls are all wearing like
it's like go very 60s.
Pink and orange or something, and he's got it's either a blue or purple suit. I couldn't tell.
It was blue, I believe.
I'm saying my brain said purple, but I wrote blue because my brain said purple.
Even producer Scott, who loves a musical number, was like, cut it.
Whoa.
Cut it. I just really didn't. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Like I kind of felt like the movie ended in a nice kind of way for it to end, sad but like succinct, and then like to have this, it felt again like, am I supposed to be like, is this supposed to be funny? Like, is it supposed to be like, I don't know. It's like, and he's dead. It's and like literally Jesus is taking him on a cherry picker, and it again, it just made me feel so
is it a
weird.
religious film? It's all better in heaven.
Yeah, when he's religious to a degree, he says he prays and believes in God and stuff, and I don't know. So it's just it really left me kind of like like.
See, this is how I know I've done a good job when Sandra goes, ugh!
I wish it was for, like, grotesque reasons, but instead it was just for, like, kind of emotional whiplash reasons.
I just kind of said, all right, for some people, they're ending it on a not-so-bleak note so that they can feel like, you know what I mean? Like if my wife watched it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's going to be...
like, oh, this Ryan Reynolds movie.
Right. Stumble across it.
Boy, is she in for a surprise.
Right. And then you're like, but then the song happens and you're like, oh, look, everyone's dancing together happily at the end. That means I can walk out of here and everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can walk out of here and feel good about my day.
Yeah, well, at least I don't have any of those problems.
I think
but
what like also would have kind of like made this movie a little more successful for me, more out of the like territory and further, is if it had been frankly weirder, so that musical number at the end, it all feels like kind of part and parcel,
thing. Right?
Yeah, like
maybe
weirder.
There are some other songs in the movie, not quite a musical, but
just like some other kind of like really really weird things, like maybe replace some of the humor with bizarreness. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think anyone knew what to do with this movie, so it
I had no problem with the ending song. I mean, I figure I made it through this far. Whatever. I'm gonna.
Right, you're along
the
for
song
the
was
ride.
catchy.
No, it was. I was
like
brushing my teeth later that night. I'm like,
that's right.
Come on, sing.
Producer Scott, you look like you want to say something.
But Scott's impression. He watched the film.
No, he hated it.
I loved this movie.
He actually really liked
this movie so much.
Except you didn't like the song.
I hate the ending song.
Yeah.
I think that there is precedent to have a musical number at the end of a quote unquote dark comedy, which this is not.
Okay.
And I think that's what they were going for, is that kind of like death to Smoochy sort of ending.
Okay.
Life of Brian.
It didn't work, but cutting that out, if you end with the two animals splitting off in the white background, I thought that the comedy served to make it that much more tragic and effective. It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
I felt horrible for him. I felt horrible for his victims. It was I love this movie so much.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Nah. Except the end. Didn't like that.
The end. Wow.
Didn't like that part. Said no, thank you.
All right. Cool. That's great. I mean,
was it better than Green Lantern?
Green Lantern. Probably yes.
Yeah.
And I do.
On the floor better than Green Lantern.
and I do like weird. Like when it's just when something's like just straight up like fucking weird and owns it. I'm all about that. Like again, I just mentioned Life of Brian. It's raised on Monty Python. Like the end of that, the end of Holy Grail. Like I love an irreverent like.
Look on the bright side of life.
Eric Idle, don't sue us.
Like
I love that, but for some reason, it's just this ingredients. It made a soup. We were making a soup, and I tasted it. And I was like, I like it, but I need some other ingredients in it. That's my surmisation of this.
Okay.
Of this film. A few more ingredients.
All right.
Maybe a little longer on the cauldron.
Perhaps. Maybe they need to steep a little longer in the kettle.
Maybe.
All right.
Oh, and best part of the movie.
Okay.
Was Amazon pops up and says, "Up next, the Wiggles." It said, "Sandra, you know what you need? Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Need some Wiggles.
Nice.
Wiggle.
Yeah.
All right. So, should we play a game?
Oh, let's.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yay. You're up.
Oh, sorry, I said no. You do it.
Oh, you said no?
I said no. You do it.
Sorry.
Someone tell me how this game is played.
All right, we're playing a game next. Yeah, so we're playing a trivia game. We're going to be asked trivia questions individually regarding movies with talking animals. We have to answer correctly, just the one of us. It's a per person. We're playing against ourselves.
Okay.
If we answer incorrectly.
A ganser sounds like a dance move. Like a pot of beret.
Something.
Yeah.
I think that's a word we need to invent. If we get it incorrect, Scott is going to pick a random animal out of his animal bowl.
Okay.
And then we're going to have to make the noise of that animal. Whatever the sound or noise that animal makes.
See, this doesn't feel like a punishment, though. It feels like
Well,
a treat.
It might be. You never know.
It's a treat for the senses. It's an audio treat.
This will be, the podcasters will be pulling their cars over with joy because they will be so happy.
It's a big animal soup in this bowl.
Yum.
Anyway.
Right. All right.
So
we are going to start with Caleb.
Okay.
He's going to go in a circle. So,
All right.
Babe was a talkative little pig. What was the surname of the people who owned the farm on which he lived?
Ooh. Is this a multiple choice?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Pluck
a bit
it?
cheating.
Hog it, sack it, or lock it?
Fuck. Let's go with Hoggett.
Is it going to go to me?
no.
Okay.
I have no idea. I can't remember.
Can I
saw that
guess
movie in
anyway?
93.
Can I guess anyway? Because I think I know.
Does it not have the answer on there?
Hoggett's supposed to be
Nope.
correct.
No, I think it's Lockett.
It is Hoggett.
It is
Oh,
Hoggett?
shit.
It is
Okay.
Hoggett.
Woo! Yay.
Okay.
Got one right.
Yeah, we're going to different questions here. That's one's too cool. So you got that one right.
That one's too
Sandra.
cool. Yes.
Where? What?
Where?
Okay, someone sent me a list of all of these quizzes, and they do not work for this show. So, what 19?
The fuck is happening?
I did not
vet these.
curate these questions, and they are
Kind of wild.
They're from a
They're
random
kinda wild.
website. It's okay.
okay.
Okay. It's okay.
Sandra,
Yes.
this talking animal, a horse, of course, had his own TV show back in the 1960s. What was his name?
Mr. Ed.
Correct.
Yay, Sandra.
I've never seen it, but I just know that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
These are not
Of
are not
course.
multiple choice.
Okay.
What is the name of the cat, Neil? What is the name of the cat who wants
Neil.
to rule the world in the movie Cats and Dogs?
Mr. Whiskers? I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It is Mr. Tinkle.
Ah!
Oh my god.
And your animal is an owl.
Who?
Perfect.
1 or 2.
A 3! 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Caleb,
Yes.
who owns a talking cat called Salem?
I know.
Sabrina?
That is correct.
Ooh.
Who's Sabrina Spellman? Answer the form of a question.
Good lord, I've never seen an episode of that.
I wouldn't have. Not me.
There's 2 iterations.
I
There's a
would've-
comic book.
Wow.
Good job, Caleb.
Sandra,
Yes.
what is the name of the talking mule who first appeared in a movie in 1949?
talking mule?
Yes.
Sounds adorable. What's his name? I don't know. Roscoe Jenkins.
Roscoe Jenkins, the talking mule, is your final answer.
Yes, I knew a cat once named Roscoe Jenkins, so I'm
A
just
talking cat.
didn't talk.
The answer is, of course, Francis, the talking mule.
Oh, of course.
Fucking Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God I didn't get that question.
Francis.
80% of players have previously answered that question correctly.
Who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your animal is a poison dart frog.
Oh, so the poison dart frog, when it's going to attack, it drops into something like this.
Yeah.
And then it reaches into its back frog pocket and it pulls out a little blowgun and it goes and it shoots the dart. And then it tucks the dart back into its pocket and it goes off like this.
So you think the noise it makes is
Yeah. Okay. And then it goes like this and it goes to eat its prey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a poison dart frog.
Dart frog.
Yeah, 100% correct.
I'll
Excellent.
take my points. Thank you.
All right, Neil.
Yeah.
There have been a few movies made about Dr. Dolittle, the scientist who can talk to animals.
Okay.
Who wrote the
True.
books on which the movies are based?
Neil got a book question.
I don't know the answer to this.
Doesn't
You-
matter. It's just funny that
Do
Neil
you
got
know?
a book question.
I know.
I could get this one multiple choice, but
And you know Scott can see these, and so he intentionally gave Neil that
Who
question.
wrote the books of Dr. Dolittle?
yes.
I know it's like
Was it the poison dart frog? Did the
Richard
poison-
Conan Doyle.
Did he write-
Sir Richard Conan.
Sir
Coyle
You
Doyle.
better
Richard
watch out.
Coyle.
There's a poison
The
dart
dart
frog
frog's
next
going
to you.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Conan.
Is there-
The answer is Hugh Lofting.
Oh, yes.
Good old
Your
Hugh.
animal is a pig.
A pig.
I thought I would get that multiple choice, but I wouldn't even. No.
Did you know
pig.
that though? I did, okay.
Oink. How's that?
It's pretty good.
That was not bad, actually.
No, it wasn't bad. I thought, wow, transformative.
Thank you.
I love pigs.
I
Pigs are
had took that from my
amazing.
drama days when I had to imitate animals on stage
Sure.
to learn how to act.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It's like muscle memory.
Can you tell it?
Comes right back
mean,
to us.
yeah.
Yeah.
My cult show performances are so much better because of my
Very
Because
nice.
of what we
animal
did.
instincts.
I love pigs. They're amazing. They're just as smart and wonderful as dogs.
All right.
Love them.
All right, Caleb.
Yes.
In the 1998 movie Polly, the feathered star talked very well. What sort of parrot is Polly?
I don't even remember that movie.
I think it was that the guy from Saturday Night Live was the main actor in it.
Oh, that one.
Narrows it down.
Um,
What's that have to do with the breed of parrot?
I don't know.
I'll give you multiple choice.
No,
And if
don't.
like,
That's
oh,
not fair. He gets multiple choice on everything. We have multiple choice on nothing.
Yeah, no. He was he
Shenanigans.
was a blue.
The correct answer is a blue-crowned conure. I'm gonna give it
Wow.
Oh, that's barely. That's
to you.
barely.
Wow. Chat, what do you think?
I feel like if that had
Chat,
been Neil or
what do
I,
you
we
think?
would not be
Right.
getting that answer. But
No, I would. That was a very
It's out of nowhere. That's pretty good.
okay.
I didn't say he was blue. I said he was a blue.
That's
Yeah, and I think I am no birdist, but
A foulist.
isn't it ornithologist?
I don't mean to run afoul
No,
of the rules
no.
here. But
Oh my goodness, that's okay. We're used to this.
That's
we're used to
fine.
this
We're
treatment.
fine,
We're used to
yeah.
this treatment.
We're fine.
I have to cheat. I have to
I mean,
cheat somehow.
I think Chad is. I'm not quite sure. I think Chad is agreeing with me here.
I think so.
That you got it
Yeah.
pretty much right.
I think in order to get the points, you must adopt one of those birds and like really just embrace it. Yeah.
Okay, Sandra.
Yeah.
What are the names of the two talking dogs in the 1993 movie Look Who's Talking Now?
Oh fuck if I know. I mean, it's John Travolta, whatever,
Fucking
right?
No,
Christy,
no,
yeah.
that's
No,
the
it
dogs
is not
or the
John
one with Danny
Travolta,
DeVito.
no.
Oh yeah. The sperm was
I remember
Bruce Willis. I remember that.
I remember Dan DeVito's dog's name, I think.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. I know.
I believe I saw the movie once around that time,
Yeah,
and I don't
same.
remember. Mm-mm.
Do you want to give a guess of the names of the two dogs?
Yes, the two dogs.
Roscoe Jenkins.
Roscoe Jenkins.
It worked for Caleb.
I'm gonna sound like looking around the room. Cult show.
I think it was Roscoe Jenkins and A Blue.
I think clearly the dogs were named. There's no. I got it right.
That sounded really close.
Yeah.
It sounded really close. Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is Rox and Daphne.
You had Rox?
Yep, both of them. I would have got both of them. Yep.
How would you have known that?
Rox, I remembered somehow, and in my brain I was going Daphne. Wow.
Wow.
His name because he crapped on the floor.
That's right.
I don't even remember there being.
What's her animal?
Your animal is Celine Dion.
That's really fucking harsh. Wow.
Neil, did you write all these?
We'll never know.
Why would you do that to yourself? You love her. I think you secretly are in love with Celine Dion.
It's Sandra's pick. It's Sandra's.
My song.
Let's
see.
What does Celine Dion sound like?
Near, far, wherever you are. That's like a gentle Celine.
You put the pen up to your mouth and you're singing into it like that is how close the microphone is now to your face.
I believe that the heart does. I need a penny whistle. There's an just anything to give Neil nightmares.
If I had a lighter, God, I can't talk anymore.
Neil,
very good.
They don't do lighters anymore.
No, sorry.
Everybody uses their phone.
All right, very good.
Sandra, that was excellent.
That was.
It's Celine that was channeling.
I'm pretty sure no matter what either of us do for the rest of the game, you've already won.
That's true.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
That was.
In the 2002 movie Snow Dogs.
Sure.
Name.
Watch it every day.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Of the talking Siberian husky. Name one.
One.
Snowball.
No.
No.
That was a good guess.
Thank you.
There is Nana, there is Sniff, there is Mac, there is Duchess, and there is Diesel.
All right.
You were gonna say Diesel.
That was close. That was close.
Your animal is a giant African snail.
Oh, I love those so much. I really want one.
I apologize in advance.
Oh god, let me take my headphones off.
To any giant African snails?
I'm not sure.
Also gross.
So was that the snail movie?
Oh my god.
Oh, I love it.
I'm not sure.
Traditional greeting from the snail.
All right.
Caleb.
Excellent, Neil. Excellent. Yes.
In the movie George of the Jungle, what was the name of George's talking gorilla friend?
I don't know. I don't even know that I saw that movie.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I know it from the Weird Al song.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Ted.
It's good.
Theodore?
Good
Isn't it Shemp?
It's 8.
8.
Ah, okay.
8.
All right.
Your animal is a horse.
A horse?
Yeah.
A horse.
Of course.
Okay.
Warm up your instrument. That's really sinister.
Wow. Bravo.
It was good. Except for the laugh at the end. This is scary.
That was pretty good.
Sandra.
Yeah. I liked that horse.
What land are the tiny dinosaurs trying to get to in the land before time?
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. This movie, so much trauma. They're trying to get to the valley. Because they want
multiple choice on this one.
Because
No.
they want to eat
Absolutely not.
motherfucking tree stars.
I got multiple choice on my first one. Did they get multiple choices on any?
We
of
got
them?
no.
I think Sandra deserves one multiple.
They want to get to the valley.
Because I gave you blue, I'm
Valley.
going to give you the Great Valley.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Great Valley. Thank you, Blue Corners of in the chat. Thank you,
Oh my!
Fair enough.
thank you.
This next one is going to be a multiple choice, though.
Okay.
Neil.
Oh, whoops! I need to mark that.
Evil Manta is a character in which animated film? Finding Nemo, The Little Mermaid, Shrek, or A Bug's Life?
I have to go Bug's Life.
It is. It is.
It's not.
What?
Oh.
Evil Manta. Name him again.
Evil Manta.
Oh, Manta.
What the fuck? It's not
Evil
in the other
Manta.
movies.
I don't think that this is correct. I am doing a.
What did they say it is?
I am doing a
Yeah, what
Google.
did they say it was?
They're saying this is Little Mermaid.
Get the fuck out.
Well, I wouldn't know then.
Oh my!
Is it?
Who is Evil Manta?
Evil Manta's from the TV show.
Oh, I
What
watched
TV
that.
show?
There was a Little Mermaid,
The Little
TV,
Mermaid
show.
TV
There
show,
was?
Yeah,
which is
Oh.
awesome.
which I
But
used to
that's
watch.
also BS because this is animated film. and
Yeah,
that is
so
a
that's
different
not
I
fair.
think we need to scratch that question. Neil gets a new one.
Yeah, Neil gets a
Still
new
has
one.
Throw it out.
He still has to do an
Didn't
animal
happen.
Let's go do an animal.
though. The snail again.
What is Hiccup Haddock III's middle name in How to Train Your Dragon? Hiccup Haddock III.
Oh,
I'll give you a
I've seen that movie.
I know. I can't
Yeah.
remember though.
Hiccup is the main guy.
Yeah.
His middle name?
I can give you a multiple choice on
Yes.
this.
Do
Good.
multiple
Okay.
choice.
Yes.
All right.
I got my
Horrendous, horrible, harrowing, horrid.
Hiccup.
That didn't help. Not me anyway.
It all sounds the same in my
It's
head.
the third or the second or the fourth one, I think. Can you say those two again? Can I phone a
The
friend?
second and the fourth one you want me to read?
Yeah.
That's very
Okay.
specific.
Horrible or harrowing?
No, the fourth one was horrid, wasn't it?
Oh, horrid was the fourth one. Second and the fourth one is what you want?
Yeah.
Horrible, horrid.
I wish horrid was my middle name.
Hiccup.
That's sick. Or
Horrid
horrifying.
is your middle
I'm gonna go-
name.
I'm gonna go with horrible.
It is horrendous.
Horrendous. Who cares? I didn't have it
Hiccup
anyway.
Horrendous Haddock III.
All
That's a
right.
good name. Your
not
animal is a spotted hyena.
Spotted hyenas probably go something like.
No, incorrect.
No,
That's the
yeah.
guy in the horror show movie.
No, you're right. It's one of the same.
Okay, it's actually you're right. It's the same.
It's the same guy.
It's the same. That was a lovely hyena.
He's a little more
Like,
like a little nasy.
They
little
also
nasal.
say like, I gotta have a wildebeest.
That's
And I
right.
was gonna say I would probably go a Lion King route with mine, but
Yeah. Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa.
Say it again.
I feel like that's closer.
All right, Caleb.
Yes.
Mickey Mouse
Uh-huh.
started life with another name.
Yes.
What
Mortimer.
was it?
Yes, that's true.
It is Mortimer.
But nobody wanted Mortimer Mouse. They tried to change it to Mickey. Lillian. That's her idea.
Sandra. This is the last round, by the way.
It's the final count round. What you got?
Who is Mr. Fox's wife in the Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Mrs. Fox.
I mean,
that's
technically correct.
I don't know. Maybe she prefers to go by Ms. Fox.
She doesn't. It's Mrs. Fox.
I'll give you a multiple choice. Everyone's had one but you.
Thank you.
Saffron, Meryl, Jane, Felicity.
Felicity.
It is Felicity.
Yeah. When you said it, it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
That makes sense. The alliteration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have I gotten one correct yet? I'm just curious.
No, you have not.
No, okay.
You've gotten other people's correct.
That's right.
All right, I survived my final round. What's up?
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a book question. That's not fair.
I have to go out on a high note here.
You know Neil gets all the hard ones.
I know, it's true. The 1954 animated film Animal Farm is based on a book by what author? By what?
Oh, come on.
Can I help him?
Isn't it Orwell?
Oh, wait. Oh, Animal Farm.
Yeah.
It's just like on Garfield.
He also wrote 1984, didn't he?
Yeah. Remember Garfield and Friends? Our Animal Farm, and Orwell was the pig.
Orwell was the pig. You're right.
What is Orwell's first name?
George.
It is George Orwell.
George Orwell.
Yes.
Good job, Neil.
Thanks, guys.
You're very welcome.
Guys.
You know we're a team.
You gotta book one. I'm so proud.
Even when we're not a team, we're still a team.
There's always a team.
Always a team. Team first.
Hey, I think can you pick a noise for the studio audience or an animal for the studio audience to do?
Yeah, they should get to play.
You guys want to do an animal noise for us?
How about we all do it? We can all do it.
Okay.
Everyone on the count of 3.
I've got a blue-footed booby.
Blue-footed booby sounds something like this.
Blue, blue.
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 What do you guys think?
Blue?
Really?
Well, Einstein
What's the
has a
song?
I want to hear that.
I don't remember the song.
Here, let me bring you a microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, for
Space
your
face.
impression.
That's what they sound like,
Wow.
everyone.
Enjoy that one. Hope no one was wearing headphones.
That's what those sound like.
There's a blue-footed booby. All right. That was fun. Yay.
Good time.
Yay for us. Now you guys.
Sad movie, fun game.
That's right.
Sad movie, fun game. Sad movie, fun game.
See, our game was the credits. It made it all better.
That's right. That's how it works.
It washed all the bad away.
You guys can go home tonight with a happy feeling.
I don't feel so bad after all.
So our next episode is our infamous Thanksgiving episode.
Yes, what a way to kick off the holiday season than by something kind of fucked up. It's what we like to do here at the
What
CULTSHOW.
we doing for Thanksgiving?
So we invite everybody to gather around with your family on American Thanksgiving, which is the 25th. Is it 25th?
Well, I don't know.
24th? Something
20
like that?
something, yeah.
20, sure.
23rd?
It's like the fourth Thursday.
Thank you, Michael.
And watch with your family the French film Inside.
Inside.
I want to watch the French one, not the one that's American. You want to watch
Okay.
the French film Inside.
Or the Disney film Inside Out.
Great movie, but not what we're reviewing.
Okay.
No, and that's not a family movie. Inside is.
Right, of course.
Yes.
Is there, you got a rough year on that one?
I believe it's 2007, maybe
Okay.
2008.
Okay.
New French Extremity.
A little French extremity for Thanksgiving. Okay. Cool. Mark it in your calendars, people. As always, thank you so much for joining us in the basement.
Cheers. Goodbye.
Thank you, producer Scott, Space Face, Reverend Michael Lee. If you'd like to get some of our merch, go to thecultshow.com/store. Pod people of the future, thank you in advance for listening. Miss Mindy Horton, Addict, Miss Moody Popcorn, Mark Fish's Drink, Pop in the Popcorn, Zeno's Curious Spirits, any other quirky birdies out there that I've missed. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you.
So true. Good night.